I like it when you mention stuff I don't really care about.
Yeah, yeah, I know. It's funny
Blood
because
Rain, Jesus Christ.
it's hello, ladies and gentlemen. What is up? I'm Gerard, also known as the One Up Flop, and welcome to Fat Whales Podcast, Episode 4. So,
Episode 4.
Episode 4. That's right. So, um, before the release of the much awaited The Last of Us Part 2, we were greeted with high scores from critics, giving it the
Mm-hmm.
universal acclaim, quote unquote, levels of praise. Now that the game is out, we have seen very mixed reactions and comments from fans, as well as people who are involved in the game or creating the game. So, joining me today is my one of my dearest, closest friends in life. You could say that he's my Joel. Just kidding.
You get to be Ellie. All right, cool.
No. He's my Tommy. Just kidding. I don't know, man.
I can take that.
They're good.
I can take that.
I don't want this to be like The Last of Us thing. I don't want because The Last of Us.
Yeah, I'll
if
take
you
Tommy. Yeah, I'll take Tommy.
I don't. I don't want.
I'm cool, man. You get the accolades. You get the starring spot. Sure, you can be Troy Baker. You
No,
fucking jackass.
I'm a
You
big-
can be Troy Baker. I can be Tommy. All right, cool.
wait,
Go for it, Troy.
Wait. The better way to do this is, um, he's the Ellie to my Abby, and vice versa. That's a lot better. Wouldn't you say? You still don't want
No comment.
to.
No comment. No comment.
All right. So okay. So like a bit of context here before we dive into the entire topic. So a little bit of context here. Our main topic for today is The Last of Us Part 2, but at the same time, we haven't gone through the game. I personally haven't gone through the entire game. I haven't even started it yet. All I've seen are footages of walkthroughs from the very first second up until almost at the end. I'm almost like done watching. The reason why is because I'm saving up for Ghost of Tsushima. You know this. You know this. I can't have two major games at the same time right now. Can't afford it. PS5 and shit. Like they're coming out with a new graphics card, but it's an entirely different topic. I don't want to get into that. Okay, so getting on with the first topic for today. Wait. So Ed also is playing the game, by the way, and I don't know how far along he is. Are you on day 2 yet?
Yeah.
Day
Sure.
2?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. All right. So let's get into the first topic of this episode. Crash Bandicoot 4. It's a thing.
No, Naughty Dog. So there it is. But yeah, I want me some Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah. This one's Activision, right?
With the leaks, I don't. How much would it suck to be working at Naughty Dog right now? How much would it suck to get all of your good stuff leaked every time? But look at that. Crash Bandicoot for the year for Lord 2020 and beyond. Pretty art style.
Yeah. They couldn't really
Need me some Crash
change.
Bandicoot.
They really couldn't change like the first, second, and third one, right?
Yeah.
That's already set. I mean, they could have
Yeah,
made the adjustments for that, but I definitely think.
But then again,
it's a lot better.
you'd be taking resources out of you'd be taking manpower out from The Last of Us.
Yeah, true. So
And they're already in a tight schedule for that. Well, before,
do you think the art style was brought to the more to a more modern age as opposed to still being stuck in the 90s, because I can still see the 90s aesthetic here, or although the environments and whatnot, I think they're more like, look at what's this guy's name, Nitro Nick, what,
Nitro, I think.
yeah,
Doctor Nitro. I don't know. I forgot. Let's see.
yeah, Doctor Nexus.
No,
Look,
nitroglycerin is the goddamn trap. Wait.
yeah, let's get some
I got
confirmation
this.
on
I
that.
got this.
Thank you, thank
I
you.
got this. Neocortex. God damn it. Doctor Neocortex.
Yeah. So I never got the Insane trilogy. Did you?
No,
Yeah.
no.
But we did play the original ones from way back then.
Mm-hmm. Way back.
Way
And I
back
love those games. That was the first time I ever got my mom and my aunt watch me play games.
then.
And
Ooh.
because they love it too, like they like the aesthetics, they like how kid friendly it was, right? Um, they like the art style.
Yeah.
Even when you die, it's cute, right? So they liked it. So this brings me back,
Yeah. Definitely.
and I like
Definitely.
how
Because it just
yeah.
it just resonates with boomers. Sorry, I'm not a boomer. All right, it just resonates with boomers when they see platforming games. Like, oh look, it's a
Okay, boomer.
Mario. So you jump around like. It's their game, man. It's a match 3. I'm not saying it's girly games or whatever. I'm just saying that boomers play, like, puzzle games, platformers. That's their game. That's their jam. And nothing against it, but yeah, that's their favorite thing in the world. Um. Yeah. What do you think of the new? What do you think? Do you think it's gonna be this October 9, 2020?
I just feel bad for anybody working at Naughty Dog right now. If it's true, like if it's legit, I don't see why they would delay this, right? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it can't compete with other games of its kind, like Ratchet and Clank, right? Um, because I don't think they ever designed it for, or they made it for um PS5's hardware. So I don't
Hmm.
see
Hold up.
why I don't see how they can delay this. All right, but
But look
they
at this.
might
Like,
not have a choice.
look at this though.
Yeah,
It's you won't see Naughty Dog anywhere here. It's this Bob, I forgot what, Bob, whatever,
Bob's
and
your uncle.
Toys for Bob. Sorry, Bob's your uncle. There you
Bob's
go,
your
Bob's
uncle.
your uncle. I like that. So yeah, Toys for Bob, and then Xbox right there. Like, you can see the logo, right, and then Activision. So I think they took this license, or they took the license for Crash Bandicoot, and I don't think Naughty Dog has anything to do with this anymore.
Hmm, cool.
But in terms of, being part of,
Mistake, a big mistake, but okay. I mean, Crash Bandicoot is profitable. They put it in Uncharted 4 for crying out loud.
yeah, you get to play the
Right?
first
There's
game.
a Crash Bandicoot section, and Elena gets to make fun of you for being a noob.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was pretty cute.
I love
That was,
Elena. Jesus Christ. I love Elena.
mm. um.
Fantastic. Well played.
So yeah, I guess that's it for Crash Bandicoot 4. Yeah. Final thoughts, man. You want this game to happen?
I want this game to happen. I'm just sort of. I like finding out stuff from the depths of the internet, but not like this.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because it spoils the surprise. Because sooner or later, there's gonna be a virtual convention where they're gonna have to release this, and the fan reaction is
Mm-hmm.
gone. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I've seen that. I mean, right? So yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
true.
Come on, give me Crash Bandicoot. I'm cool, right?
Hmm.
So I just took away a lot of the things that could have made this special because I love me some Crash Bandicoot, right? But as with that, I can't wait for this to like be in the shelves so I can pick it up.
Yeah, or digital. Or is you fucking quiet? Like, yeah, whatever, dude. All right.
No, fuck
So,
you in your hyperspace.
hey. I know I didn't include it in the topic list, but if it is true, the Amazon leaks,
Mm,
and I get the
mm-hmm,
digital version, I get it for cheaper.
mm-hmm.
But do
I
expect,
know you're gonna get it for cheaper.
but
I gotta invest in the one that has optical drive because I do have Final Fantasy VII and I do have
The Last of Us Part Two.
physical copies of Last of Us Part 2. So it would be amazing if I get to put that in so I can sell my PS4. Here you go, seller guy. And oh, wait,
Right.
I'm the one who's selling. Here you go, buyer guy, and give me money so I can play more games. Since
Right.
this machine can run me some PS4 games. So yeah.
What? Yeah, I'm probably sure we wouldn't be getting the. Oh, not good. Sorry. So I'm pretty sure we won't be getting the highest, fidelity version of those games yet.
Mm,
But I do hope that they give us a free upgrade.
updates.
A free upgrade. Yeah,
Hmm.
like Cyberpunk. Anyways,
Yeah.
if the price is true, I might end up buying the digital version for cheaps because I want the digital version because I'm not like Ed who keeps a lot of his games and discs and wants to see that physical library in his house. I get that. That's I'm always amazed by having like a huge library. Maybe you know uh, different circumstances I would have the same thing. But what's good is that me and Ed can start comparing. Like if he buys the one with the Blu-ray version, and I get the digital, we get to unbox both versions like in one video. That would be cool. Who knows? We might, or we might give away. I don't guess. No,
Wow.
no.
Nah, buy one yourselves. God damn it.
Right.
But yeah, please follow and subscribe. I mean,
We might give away a copy of a game or two someday. Depends on
PS5 sticker,
or a Crash Bandicoot sticker. That's cheaper, man.
a Crash Bandicoot, more leaked Crash Bandicoot images.
Yeah. I don't know. All right. So I'm sorry. I'm being disrespectful to EA. So EA Play Live happened a couple of days ago.
Mhm.
Were you any way, shape, or form hyped in any of the games they showed?
I'm curious about what's this? It Takes Two, right? I
Mmm.
like the concept because I do have gamer siblings, so that would be fun for us, right? I don't know how much fun it would be since you're playing husband and wife. Um, and I am curious about Squadron. Wait, is that what it's called? I forgot. The
Squadrons,
Star
yeah.
Wars game, Squadron, right?
Hmm.
If they're able to learn from the mistakes, because I hated the when I saw news about or when I heard about the campaign for Battlefront 2, I hated that shit, man. Like because that's what it was all about, right? You're going to play the bad guy this time around, like, but you're not really. You know what
Hmm.
I mean? Like, you're still on the verge of I want to change for the better. So you never really got to play the bad guy. You
You
play
never
the
did.
consistent one. You play the conflicted one at best, right? So I'm really curious because you get to design both stages, right? You get to design the rebel, the resistance pilot, and you get to design the empire. Wait, this is Return of the Jedi, right? So This after Return of the Jedi. So
Yeah, right after.
Fallout Fallout of the Empire, right? So you get to play two sides. You get to play two sides of you get to design. I mean, the characters that you're gonna see for both sides. So I'm excited. I guess I'm curious about how it's gonna play out. So yeah,
Because you get
those two in
yeah
particular.
because this time you don't get to you don't get to just play one, right? You get to make a light
Mm,
side and a dark side version of those of your
mm.
characters.
And their stories intertwined. Yeah.
Mm. I've always been actually that's
Plus, plus, it's got to be.
hmm
Whoa, what happened? Can you still hear me?
I can still hear you, but there you go, you're
All
back.
right, cool.
Plus, what were you
All
saying?
right, so um, to me, I think this is the first fully realized pilot game, right?
In the Star Wars realm, you mean?
Right. In the Star Wars realm, like sure we got some arcade shooters, sure we got an X-wing game back in the day, right? For the
hmm
Famicom, I think I forgot, but I think this is a fully realized pilot game, and it's a 5 squad game, right? Where you can play with friends and whatnot. So that should be pretty good. That should be pretty good. The Sims 4, I just love the. I've never been a Sims fan per se, but I do
hmm
love the presentation. Right, I do like how inclusive. I've never realized how people approach Sims games, right? But now that I have a better idea of how this is an escape for a lot of folks, a lot of
hmm
people who are going through personal stuff, right? Be it gender orientation or sexual orientation
Yeah,
or race, right? Or physical defects, right? That this
yeah.
is their escape. I never realized that. I never saw it that way. So the presentation was really done. It was inclusive.
hmm
It was what a way to introduce it to more people, like to Steam players, right? So
Yeah,
there.
which is what we have here.
So well done,
Also,
well done.
also in terms of talking about The Sims, we you know me, I've played that for a bit, and I've explored
Hmm.
that and see what are the possibilities, what are the things that I can do. I never used it as an escape, although I've been looking at the community, I've been joining the community and seeing what they've been doing, how they've been um how they're doing their sharing and building some stuff
Hmm.
on their forums. And yeah, I've seen the stories way before this ever came out, or this
Oh, okay.
presentation ever came out. Um, and for me, The Sims is more like I get the entire presentation of it, but for me, The Sims is more like house building simulator.
Hmm.
I try to test out some floor plans and see if that's like feasible to live in. Yeah, that's more uh of the stuff that I do
That's how
there.
you approach the game.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So
Oh, and what's this Apex crossplay? That is for
we need more of
EA
that.
to
We need, you know,
initiate this. We need more of that. Exactly. We need more of that. But for EA, right, to initiate this for a very popular platform, for a very popular game like
yes,
Apex,
yes.
right? So that is great news. Great news. So no matter where you're from, no matter what your console of choice or platform of choice, you can play with friends. That is excellent. That is excellent news. So I might not have been looking forward to a lot of games. I don't play a lot of Apex, right? I've
Mm-hmm.
only played like a few games. Battle Royale kind of games aren't really my jam. Jam that jam.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I love how a lot of the games that they introduced, or a lot of the games that they showed during this presentation, are going to be crossplay.
Right.
Mm, that's fantastic news.
you know what I want. Of course, these are all just wishful thinking, and it's never gonna come
Mm,
out. I know it's never gonna come out, and it's never gonna be showing up in events or whatever. Give me Streets. Give me back EA Big, NBA Streets Volume 4. Give me that crossplay. That Dr. J. Remember that, was it Volume 4? Did we ever get Volume 3 or version 3 or whatever? I don't remember, but
streets.
I remember Volume 2. Just you just want that arcadey style sometimes, where you just don't really want to play simulation basketball, and just go for
Mm.
the ridiculous um amounts of dunking and weird ass fashion sense that you can't normally get in any other game. It is a video game
Mhm.
world, so give me my NBA Streets EA Big whatever back. That's pretty cool. I would pay good money for that. Of course, knowing EA, it's gonna be filled with microtransactions and actually, you know what? Forget about it. Just never mind.
Or
Yeah,
let's just see them perfect live. What I'm looking forward to is somebody gives 2K
the competition.
or
Yeah,
2 Interactive.
a
Wait,
run
is
for
it
their
Take
money.
Two Interactive?
Take Two Interactive.
Uh,
Yes.
whoever is the big dog
Mm-hmm.
up on over, right? Somebody gives NBA 2K a run for its money.
Yeah.
Let's just see EA finally, put everything together, come up with NBA Live, whatever, right? Whatever it is that they want to name this one. Just go up against NBA 2K for basketball fans, especially now, right? Since we haven't really had a lot of basketball up until July, right, when the season continues. And even then, you only have 22 teams. Not every player would be participating.
Mm-hmm.
So this is an important year for basketball fans to have um, just um, enough virtual content, right? If not live, then yeah, your NBA Streets, your NBA is it big, right? So just to give sports fans something to chew on, right?
Yeah.
Before everything goes back to normal,
Yeah.
right? So
Remember
yeah,
that? Remember that other game that we played back then, where it had the sound looping. It had Stephon Marbury in the cover.
every time, every ball, every possession,
Ballers.
just something,
NBA
ballers, yeah,
Ballers.
NBA ballers. Yeah, they had Dwight Howard in one of the covers, which is
I-
weird. He's not, he's not, he's not a street baller. So, but yeah, I remember that. Yeah, graphics were pretty dope
yeah.
since it was just a select few,
Mm,
select
sure.
players.
Like very prominent ones,
Pretty
like
dope.
big names. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, the
So
star players. Yeah.
yeah. So continuing. Yeah. Continuing on with the EA trend here that we're talking where we're talking. Of course, we had The Sims 4, and these are the some of the games that are now in Steam. Right. That's
Mm,
from EA. I like how Titanfall is like only a third of the price. That is insane. This is a legit.
underrated.
Oh,
Just
jeez.
poor planning, in my opinion. It could have been big. It could have been bigger than what it actually came to. It's just fell to the unfortunate victim to bigger titles. I
That
forgot what it
uh
released with. Let me have a look. Um, Titanfall 2 to release.
I think it was beside like Battlefront.
Oh boy, October 28, 2016.
Battlefront, right?
um, let's see. It released with yeah, being placed between the release of Battlefield 1,
Battlefield
Call
1,
of
sorry.
Duty Infinite Warfare.
Oh, jeez.
So if you're a casual fan, right, you might not necessarily go to something just the second of its line in its line, right?
Mm,
You go to more established. Plus, Battlefield One is what World War I, I believe, right, with the horses and whatnot.
yeah,
I believe. All
yeah,
right,
right.
and then you got Infinite Warfare from a tried and tested shooter like Call of Duty. So yeah,
Yeah,
you
true.
just set yourselves up to fail. So it could have been big. I like the mechanics. I like it as a shooter. I like involving titans in the game, right? So yeah, if you gave it like a different release window, it would have been properly picked up.
Yeah.
But you put in the two
Biggest
best shooters
shooters, yeah.
in the business.
Battlefield. I was wrong actually. I said.
Whoops.
Jesus. Oh man,
Whoops.
that's gotta be tough for who was the developer for this?
Um,
I wanna say Respawn, the ones who made
Respawn. Yep.
yeah. So Respawn would probably be looking at like the way you did this or the way you handle it. There's not gonna be a Titanfall 3. No, you're gonna get Apex. That's all.
At least, at least, right? I
Yeah.
mean, let's go.
All right, let's go ahead and move on for that. Yeah, but you get it for $9.98, a third of its normal $29 price tag. It's
Ooh,
that's a good deal, and I think this one was the last one. I'm kind of
skate.
excited. There are okay, so there are one, two, three. Well, if technically there are three, but if you count Tony Hawk's Pro Skater as two games, which probably you won't, there are a total of like four skating games or skating games, skateboard games that will be uh
Like ice skating.
no inline. I'm sorry, inline. Anyways,
Skating?
I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to.
Yeah, the Olympics.
And what was I talking about? Yeah, so they're gonna be like four if you count Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1+2, right? So two games, but actually it's just one. I'm just confusing myself, so I'm gonna go ahead. So we have Skate 4, Skate title, whatever it is, and then you have Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1+2, and then you have the one that's coming out from Steam, which is an indie title. I think Skate XL. Have you seen that?
Nah.
Where your both of your feet are the analog sticks. Interesting.
It's okay. All right. It's going to fall victim, just like how Titanfall 2 was a victim, and ironically, with Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, right? Just like that, Skate, or so is the one you're talking about, from
Skate
the indie
X
developers,
Skate XL.
will have the unfortunate future of trying to compete with a re-released Tony Hawk Pro Skater in Skate. Interesting mechanics, just like Titanfall. Unfortunate in its adversaries, my friend. Right? You get to play old Tony Hawk against young Tony Hawk,
Hmm.
dude. it is
Well,
over.
okay. So I
Like,
think I think the advantage though, the one advantage is that they still don't have a release date, right? So they can be like, so when are you gonna release yours? Uh huh. We're not doing that. It's like yeah, we're not gonna release it. So they still have that advantage, I think, at the very least, right? But
okay,
but
all right.
they might get overshadowed by, yeah, like you said, Skate and Tony Hawk. Oh, jeez.
Did you see the fan reaction for Skate coming back? My God,
Ah, yeah,
right? The
yeah.
fan reaction about Tony Hawk Pro Skater coming back? Nah, dude. That indie title, I want them to do well, but they just have the unfortunate um, They just have the unfortunate window with these more established games with a fan following, right?
Yeah,
It's tough to.
but what I do like about this is that at least we have competition. It's not like NBA 2K being the monopoly for all basketball games. We have something that we can pick, whether you want Skate XL or Tony Hawk. You have choices. Jesus. It's a free market, so I love it. I love it. We had lots of skating games. All right. So next on the list here, your favorite topic, man. I know you love this one. Something that I just found interesting is that these are games
I
that
don't. I don't even know how this went in the pipeline in terms of our
I'm
discussion.
kidding. I'm kidding. All right, let's move on. But Blood Rain's coming back for some reason. I hope
Jesus Christ!
they get her back. Um, I think I just added this because of nostalgia. You know, we have Blood Rain, and then remember that
Nostalgia.
you never
Nostalgia.
wait. You never played Blood Rain.
What?
You never played.
No, dude.
Ah, they came out with two. They came out with two games, Blood Rain 1 and Blood Rain 2.
I know.
You never.
I didn't play either of those.
I feel I feel like this is turning into the
Did
scam.
you watch the movie?
Uh, no, I just played the games. I didn't think the movie was good, so I didn't watch it.
Exactly. I didn't think the movie was good because I didn't think that the games were good. Like, well,
Aw.
you want a proper vampire game? Back in the day, we got Legacy of Kain. There it is. But this garbage, I'm sorry, but
That was actually where I was headed. Like um we remember Soul Reaver, was it?
Soul Reaver, Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver, right?
Yes.
With that biblical sound, guy with a biblical name. No, just like that old biblical kind of name. Shoot, I
Angelo.
forgot. But anyway,
Angelo.
yeah, better game.
Angelo. Yeah. Angelo shit. That's Renoa's dog.
Yeah, dude.
I'm so sorry. And that was like what whatever. Years and years ago. Jesus. But that's all I wanted to play with. Like we don't really need to talk about it. I just wanted to show you like, hey, you know, we have like shit topics. And it's turning
It's a
into that
shit
like
topic because of
it's
shit games, man.
it's
I apologize.
I felt like it was that remember when you watch Bruce Green on Funhouse and then they have this moment
Mm.
where he's just like ska whatever. I felt like that was me. Getting ridiculed for liking stuff. Yeah, but anyways. All right. So moving on with our I think we're almost at the main topic here. And New Game Plus Expo, which is scheduled for when is this? June 23. That's pretty close. What's June
Mm.
20? What's June 23? I think that's a Monday for us.
Tomorrow, yeah.
Or so
Oh
Tuesday.
wait, tomorrow? No, Tuesday.
Tuesday. There you go.
It's Tuesday for us. Wait, it's
Um,
Tuesday for everybody. I mean, we're just ahead. Like, yeah.
all right. So it's there. You'll see here. Most of these are what do you call this? Japanese developers. Japanese developers. So I think I saw. Wait, Way Forward, Gung Ho Online. Wait, where's Arxis? Arxis was supposed to be part of this.
Persona 4 Golden for the PC. That's the biggest news I'm seeing there.
But yeah, but that's already announced. But this is post showcase Twitch. Post showcase. These are post
Then
showcase.
Persona 5 for the PC. Or Persona 5 for
The transition
Persona
is that
6.
it's
With Persona 5 Golden. Sorry. Persona 5. What's the one for Persona 5? Um,
Royale.
the
Was it?
I
Persona 5.
forgot the re-release of Persona 5 Royal
Yeah,
there.
Royal.
So and then you have Persona 6 already. Yeah, right.
And no,
You hack.
we have PC gets Persona 6, but only in Japanese. Jesus. No mod support. That's fine. Um,
No subs. No nothing. Just Japanese.
yeah. Okay, so what do you think is the most ridiculous thing that we'll see in this expo?
Mm,
Sega coming out with a new console, Dreamcast 2, baby.
yeah, they're going to rival. They're going to rival the Nintendo Switch with a portable of their own.
Well, that's actually not far fetched idea. They could do that.
Still, that's a ridiculous. Jesus Christ, you don't do this.
Not today. It's too far.
Not this year, mama, dudes.
Or-
People have heard enough bullshit, so
Wait,
let's
wait, wait,
not add
wait, wait.
any more.
A ridiculous one would be, yes, they would come out with a console of their own, but it's slash a phone.
Fucking hell. Oh, man. It's a flip one, too. Like, it's a flip phone. No. No. Why you do this? Why? Japan, why?
You get to play Dreamcast games on it.
Shenmue 1 and 2, boy. Soul Calibur 1.
Oh, jeez. Sega, man. That is crazy. All right. Why do I have Pokemon Cafe Mix? What? All
I
right.
think it's a Pokemon that picture taking thing majig.
Right. But yeah, it's a Pokemon game, I guess. But, yeah, whatever. All right. So let's go ahead and move on to our actual topic for today, which was which is The Last of Us Part 2. And this is the
Well, your
majority.
mind changed?
I want to see more of that
Ah.
Sega console that's a phone.
It's not popular. It's not popular enough.
It's old news.
It's not divisive enough.
It's old news. It's been out 3 days. It's old.
It's old, too old. It's Sega, though. We haven't heard anything yet.
Jeez. I have never seen a game so divisive like this, man. What is your so far?
Yo, what are you talking about?
No.
Death Stranding.
Yeah, that's also one. So, what I mean when I say divisive is not because looking at the first Last of Us, it's nines across the board, nines and tens across the board, sure, and then Last of Us Part 2 being as powerful as it is. If you've seen the game, played the game, finished the game, or somewhere in the middle, again, this particular podcast, by the way, won't have spoilers as much as possible.
Yeah. Spoiler free.
Beyond the first 2 hours, because let's face it, the first 2-3 hours have already been leaked online. It's the biggest thing that that's come out from this game, right? And that's where the attention is coming from, I guess, mostly from gamers. So we'll be talking about that. Not so much, but we'll try to keep it as spoiler-free as possible. All right, so yeah, I've never seen a game this divisive before. Yeah, sure, Death Stranding was, but not as bad as, or not as clear-cut as this. But what am I saying? Death Stranding was pretty clear-cut, but
Like, people are expecting it to be good, but it wasn't.
yeah.
To that nature. Okay, interesting. No, because I think people were expecting. Where do I stand in the game? The game is hard to enjoy. The game is great. The game is great. I just don't see it how it could possibly be your number one game. You know what I'm talking about? Like, um, the theme. The theme is because I think a lot of players what they were expecting was they'd have you are playing Ellie, not Ellie playing you. You know, The
Yeah.
Last of Us 2, the best I can describe The Last of Us 2, you are being strung along for the ride. That's it. They're telling you they're telling you an uncompromised a story of Ellie's journey. It's not about you. It's not about what you want to happen. It's not about user created content or user created choice and consequence. You are being strung along for the ride,
Yeah.
right? And I think that's the biggest part, or that's the biggest disappointment a lot of people are having because they have no say in the matter. They can't control the outcome. No, that's not the point. The point there is it's uncomfortable. It's difficult to sit through sometimes because it's nobody else's story. Neil Druckmann and the team are telling you Ellie's story from her perspective. You get to help a bit, sure, right? But you don't get to change anything. Like, people forget, The Last of Us 1, right? I think I can talk about this now because it has been, it's been what, 7 years? Was it? I forgot. Right?
Yeah.
So,
Seven
The
years.
Last of
That's
Us
right.
1, how The Last of Us 1 ends, you kill doctors to get out of the room, right?
Yeah.
You kill doctors to get out of the room. You kill one, you can go. You kill three, it doesn't matter. You go. It's not your story to tell, right? So I get it. A lot of the events in The Last of Us 2 can be expounded on, or it can be so much better if there's player input, right? If there's player input, if you get to control the action, if you get to make the choices based on how you see it, right? um Events can be bigger, right? But again, it all boils down to the objective of the team. They want to tell you a story, right? That has been Naughty Dog's device for the longest time. They want to tell their own story, right? So I don't I don't I don't know why a lot of people are bitching about it, and I don't know why, because from the get go, they already told you this is a journey of revenge. This is personal, right? This is personal for the protagonist, right? So it's the protagonist's perspective on how they would deal with stuff like this, not yours. So I think because they took away that control, right? That a lot of gamers have been spoiled with, right? With recent games or with other titles. That's where the dislike comes from. Plus, the way that violence has been portrayed in this game, right? Some people may be turned off by the violence. Some people might
I get
not
that.
like the decisions. Yeah, right. So, um, that's a lot of things but The Last of Us wasn't like a kid-friendly game. You'd have to talk to your kids about The Last of Us Part 1 because of how it is portrayed. But people need to stop seeing this as a survival game. People need to stop to see this as like um a zombie game, because it's not. This is a human game where you get to see, right, from the protagonist's perspective, what is her view on revenge, right? What if
Yeah.
it's something personal was taken away from a person like this? How would they react, right? And you, as when controlling the action, sometimes it can be frustrating because that's not how you would handle things, but that's you, right? But the beautiful
Right.
thing about the beautiful thing about The Last of Us Part 2 is that you get to stop and think, right? There are moments where I have to stop, dude. Like, I can't, whoa, because that's not how I would have done it. I disagree strongly with a lot of the things that she would have to do in this game. But then again, it's a discussion, right?
Yep.
Um, it becomes a discussion. You talk with people who play the game, right? You find people who play the game because of the theme, because of the hidden messages, right? What is this game trying to tell you, right? What is the conversation it wants you to have, right? So to me, I'm seeing this as I don't see this as the way other people see it. Like it's a survival game, I should have more input. Is this a zombie game? I should be making these high profile kills. You know what I'm talking about? And the kills should strictly be with infected or the quote unquote zombies of the game, right? Um, but it's not. It's a conversation about how humans could potentially treat other humans. It's a conversation about what could motivate you based on the environment that you grow up in, right? And Ellie did not grow up in a
Normal,
happy place,
quote unquote,
right?
normal
It did
society.
not have a normal childhood. So what do you expect a person like that to do given the circumstances? People do not see that picture anymore because they want more control. Because video games are supposed to be about control. And this game is taking that control away from you, right? Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. You get to go around, you get to get your collectibles and whatnot, take away from the immersion a little bit. But when it comes to the nitty gritty of things, when it comes to the important aspect of things, you will do what Ellie does because it's Ellie's story. You don't get to have a say in it because
Hmm.
it's Ellie's story. That is their device for storytelling, right? So if you're not into that kind of game, great. But what I hate about the culture, what I hate about the um the fans, right? From the fans, just because you did not like how the storytelling engine was, or the storytelling device was used in this game, does not give you the right to dissuade other people from playing it, right? Who are you to tell people to stop, to not play this game just because you didn't like it, right? Play the game. Let's have a conversation. Why
But
didn't you like it?
what
There.
what I think
Yeah. Yeah.
what I think should happen mostly is that, you know, you can spout out your opinions, whatever you feel like, the game is. It doesn't have to be your another person's decision based off of your opinion
Hmm.
in terms of playing this game. Now, I chose not to play
Yeah.
this game because I'm looking forward to another game, not and I also chose not to play this game because of the leaks that I saw. And like Ed said, um it makes you stop. It when I saw the leaks, yeah, I actually stopped and I was like, I'm not gonna tell Ed anything. I'm not gonna tell him anything because I know he respects the hell out of these games, and it made me stop, man. It made me think like, how would I be able to continue on knowing now what I know and wanting this game? It doesn't make it. This doesn't fit right with me, at that point. And you know what the point that I'm talking about is. So don't let that be a problem. Like, don't let anybody's opinion be a problem or be a hindrance to what could potentially be a game of the year kind of game, because beyond what the story has, beyond what the script writing is has it this game actually has like serious upgrades from the first one. When you If you take a look at how you upgrade your weapons in this game, the sounds
Oh
you
man, pretty,
when you put your like, because like I said, I haven't played the game, but
pretty.
I've been watching it. So when you turn on that light, right,
The
which
light.
by which by the way is weird for me, because wait a minute, like, where's the electricity coming from, first and foremost? This workbenches, whereas usually have a generator that you have to open. But yeah, I heard that from Troy Baker. Where the hell is the switch's power coming from? like those lights. So he commented on that. I was like, yeah, yeah, he has a point. Where are those coming from? But I digress. Yeah, when you hear the clacking sounds of the guns, removing the bullets, like replacing, screwing everything. Oh shit! It just it just
Pretty.
makes it feel real. So besides, you know, if you're gonna focus merely on the story, you will not enjoy this game at all. But each
You're
sound,
not supposed to enjoy this game.
you're well, to an extent, yes, you're not. This game was not meant for
Oh,
your
sorry.
personal enjoyment.
Let me just be clear. In terms of the story, you're not meant to enjoy this game.
Yeah. But in terms of
That's what
gameplay
I think.
and
Gameplay, yeah.
immersion, it sucks you in. Really, it does. Even me, as like just an observer from watching let's plays and playthroughs, I was like stuck, and I didn't think that I would be like around, I don't know, 30 hours in watching like someone play this game. Like, what's next? What's next? Oh yeah, that's a good idea. I'm like, holy shit! It sucks you in, even if you're just watching somebody play this game. Imagine if you're the one holding the controller and then you're immersed in this world, like Seattle. Oh my god, there's so much tension in this game, like you don't know, and it's gritty down to its most bare bones, bare bones mechanics, which is, you know, pretty much shooting and ducking and hiding. Right? It's absolutely
And just think about it. You
cool.
don't need to. You don't need to, right? Like, I can choose to fight, or I can choose to run.
Yeah.
Because, because right, this game was, one of the aspects. Yeah, go.
That's actually something that only you can answer, because right now, my perspective on it is basically just whatever is presented in front of me. So yeah, what you were saying.
Mhm. Yeah, you can build Ellie the way you want her to respond to situations. Do you want her to be stealthy? Do you want her to go guns a blazing? Which would be tough, especially in the higher difficulties, because resources are so scarce, right? So you can go guns a blazing depending on how you upgrade her skills, right? So that's great. I mean, it's your approach, but it doesn't always has to be a fight even. You can make your way from the enemies and move to the next objective, right? If you're
Hmm.
overwhelmed, you can escape and try and replan your steps, right? But the thing that, the mechanic here, and it's such a small tweak, all right, it's not even noteworthy to some, but it's so impactful for me. The the way the, the reason why I stop every time is because it feels so personal.
Right.
Like, if as the guy who's outside looking in, right, making that kill, let's say I have no other choice. There's a mechanic where and it's present in a lot of video games, and this is something that you've already seen,
Mm.
right, from The Last of Us Part 2. You can make somebody a human shield, right?
Yeah.
And if there's a person looking at you, like, they're gonna really hesitate, and they try to communicate with the person you're holding,
Yeah.
right? Or if you kill somebody, they will respond. They have names, right? They're going to try and fool you into thinking that this is no regular AI, right? So
Right.
there are moments I had to stop because of how personal it can become, right? When they see a deceased teammate, right? And it's so tough to it's not even possible to move bodies around because you're not a super spy. You're just a girl on a rampage,
You're not
right?
Hitman.
You're not a solid snake. We can carry bodies and hide
Yeah.
them, right? So you're just a girl on a rampage, right? So
Yeah.
when they see their fallen comrade, right, they no, they got Kevin. They like, right. So the dogs have names,
Yeah.
right? So it's so personal. Um, that's why it's so tough, right? From the person outside looking in, to see this world they have created, right? That's so personal. I don't think I can kill anybody, man.
Mm.
But you have to. At some
Yeah.
point you're gonna have to for Ellie to survive, right? But what's so great here is that it doesn't always have to be that. It doesn't always have to be killing. You can move stealthily, take them down silently, sure, but you can also go from point A to point B with minimal casualties. So if you are a person who is like taken aback by all the violence you're seeing, that can be an option for you,
Hmm.
right? Except for pivotal moments where, like I said, a girl
You're
on a
you're
rampage
required
would
to. Yeah.
react. Right. So because it's so personal for the protagonist,
Yeah.
right? It's so personal, right? The story, if you check the synopsis of The Last of Us 2, because of unfortunate events, and I think that's putting it very lightly. This is personal, right? So for a person who has known nothing but negative things, but violence from a very young age, and that is how she survived, and that's how she treats the situation. That's eventually you're gonna have to make decisions based on how Ellie would be. But yeah, you the mechanics here, just like you said, right? Like customizing your weapon, right? You get to see how she does things to the weapons to improve them, right? And you get to see your resources. You get to react based on the resources that you have. Crafting is such a big element in this game, right? The
Hmm.
way you move, the way you strategize, because it's not just humans. You also have to deal with the infected. You have to deal with dogs. At least it's so far from my own playthrough, right? The mechanics here, you're just a girl trying to stay alive, right? I'm not. I'm no super soldier. I'm no super spy. I'm just a girl trying to get from point A to point B because I need to see this journey through, right? And I think that's what people fail to realize. A lot of people are skipping the mechanics because they were disappointed that what they thought was not right. But and a lot of the things that they've seen from the trailer did not happen. Did you forget Avengers Endgame? Right, where they tweaked trailers, they changed trailers just so that you don't get to see what you're supposed to see during the final product, right? People have forgotten
Yeah.
that. So man,
Okay. So I'm going through the list right now of user reviews now because I think critic reviews. I don't know. For me, critic reviews have lessened impact for me for buying a game. Like,
well, yeah, because it's not supposed to. Like
yeah,
it's not supposed to convince
S-
you. This is a subjective review. People,
yeah.
again, um, I'm disappointed with people who count on reviews to buy
Mhm.
games, or people started off liking a game and did not buy one because of the reviews, right? And to be honest, I do have moments like that where I like the game, but I saw the first impressions and it turned me off, right? So I am guilty of that. But what people fail to understand, it's just another person's opinion,
Yeah,
right?
true.
So user reviews or critic reviews, it's so subjective, right? Just like user reviews, right? So
It
and
is.
I think Alana Pierce brought it the most interesting point, that sometimes people reviewing the games aren't reviewing it for users, they're reviewing it for their peers. You know how writers wants
Mm,
to impress their peers, right? I think it's something, it's interesting point, it's interesting perspective that they review stuff not for the users or the end users or the consumer. They're writing reviews to impress their peers, right? Or
mhm.
for when their peers read this, oh, okay, it's very well written, right?
Right.
So there's from a person who reviews games, from a person who writes games, oh sorry, not writes games, writes about games, right? That's a very interesting perspective, and people need to see that more. Like it's subjective. They try their best to be objective, but ultimately it's a subjective game. Just like how and again, just like what this is another analogy from Alana, right? So she said that if one person can like chocolate cake and another person can hate chocolate cake, a person has the right to like The Last of Us 2, and a person has a right to not like The Last
Yeah,
of Us
definitely.
Part 2, right?
So
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 people just gotta, yeah,
mhm.
go.
Yeah. So yeah. Given the how we're looking at it right now. So it's not that we're entirely dismissing all of the critic review. I'm just saying it has less impact. But when I do look at critic reviews, and this is just probably me, or I don't know if other people are doing it, I don't look at just one. All right, so you look at reviews of different people and see if each of these reviews coincide with what your personal feelings are. Then you probably would listen to that review at the very most, because you can't just have one person. Sorry. So you can't just have one listen, or you just can't have like one opinion and then just roll with it, right? You have to, see the diversity in all of the opinions for one particular medium, whether it's um, a movie or a video game or a book. You need to have a more broad, um, or a broader range of opinions, I guess. If you're on the fence on something, but if you're looking forward to, let's say, this game, right? Then I would highly recommend that you form your own opinions based on your own experience, and then just have it
Yep.
out there. But given that, I don't think this game deserves a 0. It has its flaws. It's not a perfect game. No game is 100% perfect for me
Yep.
at all.
And
But
and
it doesn't deserve a
and
0.
that's and the perfect score does not mean it's a perfect game.
Hmm.
A lot of people think that just because a particular site or a particular reviewer gave it a 10 out of 10 means that it's a perfect game, and then when they see that it's not a perfect game, dude, your review is wrong. No. If you take a look at sites, right? Let's take IGN since it's the most popular one, right? If you take a look at how they rate their games, 10 is a masterpiece. They didn't say anything about it being a perfect game. It's a masterpiece from different technological standpoints or from storytelling devices like pacing and whatnot, right? So it's a masterpiece, but certainly not a perfect game. There is no such thing as a perfect game. It's a perfect game is purely subjective,
Mm.
right?
It
So
could be a perfect game to you because,
a perfect game to you
right,
is not really a perfect game.
for
If you
everybody.
look at it objectively, right,
Yeah.
it's not a perfect game. The Last of Us 1 is a masterpiece, and a lot of people are saying it should not need a sequel anymore, right? Because of how well it was written. Well, I used to agree, right? Until when I found out about this, being a fan of the first one, I immediately was hyped, right? And no amount of negative press derailed my hype for this game,
Mm.
right? And I'm so glad I'm getting to experience a story like this where we can have a conversation, right? Because I think ultimately that's what it boils down to, right? You like it, you hate it, we gotta have a conversation,
Yeah.
right?
Whether you like it
What did you
or you
like
hate
about
it.
it?
Yeah.
What did you hate about it, right? And
Yeah.
what do you think the game stood for? What do you think of the game's theme, right? How they narrated that theme, right? So I think we owe it to ourselves to experience it first before we talk shit about it,
Yeah.
right? Because
Definitely.
a lot of these comments are coming from a place where they just looked at other people's opinions, right? They took a look at, they just want to shit in the game, really, right? Because of how popular it is, which we've seen this before, right? So we've seen this before. People just want to shit in the game because of how popular it is, or the franchise, or the developer or
Mm.
publisher, whatever the case may be,
Yeah.
right? So it has happened before, but like you said, not as divisive as this. It's just, to me, you owe it to yourselves to experience it first.
Yeah.
Then let's talk about it.
If you're gonna say some shit about it, don't have like an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours of
Mm,
gameplay and then say shit about it.
mm,
Just, you
mm.
know, if you finish it, um, then let's talk, right? Let's because
Yeah.
because what's gonna happen with me and Ed is that I'm definitely not gonna be able to play it until he finishes it. So you can expect a games podcast from this and our full take on it once we're both into that. But right now, these are
Mhm.
all our impressions of the community, of our initial impressions of the game, and
Mhm.
not at all something that that we're definitive on. Like right now, I'm still 100%. I'm still 100% not wanting to borrow this game from Ed because of, really, to be honest. Okay, so I'll give this one thing. I really don't want to play any more of Abby's gameplay. That's it. That's like it's really heavy for me at this point. Like maybe if I get over it, like right now, it's still fresh to me even after I did see the leaks. Um, it's just hard for me to do that because um, if you look at it, this game is actually giving you a very good sense of um the perspective of both characters, right? You have the left and the right clearly here in view. And um it's just that I'm not how do you say it? I'm not feeling it with one of the characters, right? Like you're watching me, you're letting me do this, or you're making me watch something that I fell in love with and then I'm decimating right now. So I cannot like move on from that for some reason. But I think I have to be able to make an objective opinion of this game because, quite frankly, all of my opinions right now is doesn't matter because I haven't really touched on it like Ed has.
Man,
It's hard.
Abby,
It's hard.
Laura Bailey, man,
It's hard.
heavy hitters for this game.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, Jesus. Whew,
Yeah, we're at
Yeah,
that point.
I'm just really at that point where I cannot keep playing,
Yeah.
and that might be applicable for all for people who will be listening to this. It might not be, right? Some people might be able to see this as a video game and just keep moving forward, right? But I love the characters, and the thing is, seeing the characters evolve into something like this, evolve into the journey that is ahead, or the journey that they're undertaking, right?
Hmm.
As they change, as and how well they are portrayed. Um, I just I just couldn't keep I just couldn't keep playing. Um, and which is tough because there are not a lot of people I can talk to um, about experiencing something like this, because not a lot of people are at that point in the game, right? Um, so yeah, I absolutely love this game. This game is amazing to me from all aspects. It's just that it's impossible to make this my favorite game, because usually I enjoy my favorite games, right? My top three, I enjoy playing the games. This game can make you feel uncomfortable. This game is going to make you look at this perspective that, holy shit, please don't do what you're about to do, right? So um
Yeah.
right, because you've seen Ellie at her you've seen Ellie in a positive, not really positive, but you've seen the good and the dark side of Ellie from the first game, right? You can see how
Yeah.
amazed she was when she saw the giraffes and whatnot. How uncomfortable she got when
Oh.
she
Oh.
took
Yeah.
down prolific characters from the first Last of Us game. Remember David? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Nolan North, right? So, god damn, right? So when she took down prolific characters from the first game, right? So you can still see the conflict, how conflicted she felt. But in
Mm,
this game, right, it's just dark. It's the theme is dark, right?
yeah.
So um,
Um.
I don't know where I can put it yet. I absolutely love it. I just don't see it penetrating my top spot.
Ooh.
I don't. I because
I wait. I really like
I'm
the
not.
way you used the word penetration. Oh Jesus! I really love how you
Why?
use that word penetration.
Okay.
Because
Right.
that
I don't see it being the top spot. No.
it's
Dark, man. Like
it's golf clubbing its way in there, man. Trust me. It's gonna Jesus Christ. But yeah, we still have to do a lot. I don't know when he's gonna.
yeah,
He's
swing by
gonna.
swing per swing. Nah,
It's and
can't can't be
I
number one.
I can't and I won't be able to pay Ed like even like I don't know. I'll buy you a new game if you replay this.
I will. I will for the trophies. I will. I definitely will.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. You're gonna plat this game.
Because
Sure, sure.
this is the easiest. You know what? This is the easiest Naughty Dog trophy list I have ever seen. This is the easiest. Like, spoilers. The trophy list for The Last of Us 2 has no difficulty. It does not rely on any difficulty. You
I,
can complete the playlist or the trophy list with the easiest difficulty. This is the easiest Naughty Dog list I have ever seen my entire life. So yes, I will platinum this game.
oh, Jesus.
But just in case I miss things, yeah, I'm really planning on playing it again.
Right, right. Ah, man. But yeah, we'll have a games podcast on this. I think me
Yes,
and Ed will have very divisive conversations with this because
yeah,
he
I'm looking
stands
forward to that.
he stands as one of the as he loves this game. I am still like um shit scared about it. It's not that I don't like the game. I already have my stance on it. I love how it's evolved from what it was to what it is.
Mhm.
Like Jesus,
And the
this
facial animations. Oh
oh crispy as
man,
fuck. Trust me,
I'm not sure if
that's
the playthroughs show it,
it does.
but every time you go for a stealth kill, right? Every time
Mhm.
you go for a stealth kill,
Yeah,
doesn't matter what it is.
you can see that.
Right, the grimace in their faces. My God, like that is well done. That is well, not like super spy, like dead. All right,
Check
right. So
Agent 47.
Agent 47
Target
with
killed.
the what does it call it, the wire that he
Yeah, yeah.
uses. I
Whatever
forgot,
it
but
is.
so calm, so collected. Oh, dead. All right. All right. So the grimace in their face, my God, fantastic technological work.
Yeah. So I don't know if we're gonna do this. We haven't been talking offline a lot this week because I was pretty busy the entire week because we do have day jobs again. But we might end up. I don't know if we'll end up doing a show for those. Because as you know, we only have podcasts right now, but we are developing new shows. Hopefully, we have one by sometime within this year. There's no timeline. We're not rushing things, but maybe if there's like a difficult trophy to get, maybe we can make a video of that. What do you think?
Yeah.
That sounds
Yeah.
like yeah. So yeah, we'll try to do that. Let's see if it's
But
an
wait, for
easy
The
job.
Last of Us
No,
or
not
for
for
anything?
for anything. Like
All right, cool.
jump 30 times on top of a building and then free fall, and then survive.
Final Fantasy, Final Fantasy 7. Get all dresses. There you go.
Yeah, we'll
We
definitely
can
make
start
a.
with that.
Yeah, we can.
We can
Yeah,
start with
wait.
that.
I still have my save files that I haven't altered yet. So yeah, we
Nice.
can
All
use that.
right,
We can
cool.
use that. Yeah, that's coming up. But yeah, I think that's it for this conversation with The Last of Us Part Two, because we're pretty much still far from making our final thoughts with this. I'm still in the process of watching everything, and hopefully, Ed finishes and I get to borrow the game, and I'll let him play Ghost of Tsushima while I play with the Last of Us Part Two. Oh shit! I wonder what kind of conversations we're gonna have with Ghost of Tsushima, though. That is absolutely nuts.
Mm, Fuck that guy. Like, no, no. I did you see the post that they sent out? Why am I doing this? That's not like a, um. It's not like it's gonna appear in front of me, right? Um. This post from Sucker Punch
The Last of
congratulating
Us.
Naughty Dog with the release of The Last of
Mm.
Us, where Jin is playing the flute and Ellie is playing her guitar. Well done. That's
I
just
haven't seen it.
great.
Twitter. So on Twitter.
Uh Twitter, I think. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
I'll
you
check.
can
I'll check it out
spot it
later.
on Twitter.
Well, let's see. Twitter.com. Let's see if our account has any followers. Let's see. I'm excited. Okay. Home. Do we have followers? How do I get to my account or our account? We have 0 followers as of June 22. We have
That's
zero
okay.
fol-
That's okay.
We have 0 followers,
That's
and
okay.
should we follow Jack Patillo? Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
Let's do that. We haven't
Follow
tweeted
everybody.
anything. Michael Jones, fine.
Follow
Jack Patillo, fine.
follow
Gavin.
we should follow. We should follow Shuhei.
Oh shit, that's right.
We should follow Shuhei. There he is. Oh wait, no.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
him.
Bug
Shuhei.
snacks.
PS Heart Indies. PS5 yay. Oh my god.
Oh my god, this is gonna be fun. All right,
Alright, Shuhei, entertain us.
Bug snacks. You know
Wait.
what? I think Bug snacks suck, but that song is stuck in my head, man. Oh man.
Oh, look at this photo.
Oh, that's nice.
That's nice.
That's nice.
The dads.
Sucker-
Oh,
The dads.
Happy Father's Day, yo.
Happy Father's Day.
Jesus. All right. Oh, this one you mean?
Oh, there. Yeah, that's cool.
I'm gonna like this. I'm gonna like this and retweet that. Our very first retweet.
Woo!
Very first retweet. All right. And then
What's this?
Days Gone.
Shoot, Days Gone. Oh
Yeah,
man,
Days Gone.
man,
That is very cool.
that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, nice. Oh
Can
shit.
we switch? Can we switch? You take my horse, I'll take your bike. Can we switch?
Days Gone was an attempt to make a Last of Us open world. To be honest, like,
I never gave it a shot. Maybe I will. Yeah,
Oh.
I'm happy. I'm happy it moved.
Yeah. It moved.
I'm happy it moved. I get to save. Oh my god.
That is
I'm happy.
okay. Remember this. That is once again a crazy move. That is about 2 months away. But if we are to believe,
What if?
if we are to
What
believe the leaks on
What if?
Amazon,
PS5 is November. Here we go. What if PS5 will be released
side by side,
in November 19th? Here we go.
this is too much. Oh my god. The PS4 and Xbox One can handle this. We need the PS5. We're moving.
And then Xbox will also make an announcement. We're also moving to November 19, fuckers.
Oh, by the way, we never talked about Xbox at all during any of our podcasts or
We're
whatnot.
way too exposed.
Yeah,
Way too exposed. Like, I don't think you need us to talk about that
yeah,
since news about it has been months
hmm
prior to the PS5
yeah,
release or anything for that matter, right? So
yeah.
yeah,
But
too exposed.
I heard this rumor. They're coming out also.
Mm,
Well, this was already announced, I guess, from a
mm,
while back. But there is
okay.
the Xbox Series X, right? So that's the
Mm-hmm.
mainline console
Yeah.
with the disc and whatever. They're also coming out with a digital only version, which is the Xbox
Mm,
Series S with lower version components without the Blu-ray drive. So it's going to be their cheaper model. And I think
mm.
I'm hearing the rumors, or I'm seeing the rumors as it's $299.
Wait, now that I understand currency, before I comment on anything, 299 for
US.
us will be ooh, a little under 15,000 for us.
Yeah, I know, for us. 15,000.
I don't think so.
I know.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I don't think so. But if we ever do,
Microsoft 15,000 pesos?
no,
Crazy, man.
because the whole rumor is that it's not only a digital only version. It has, I think, lower capacity as well as underpowered as opposed to the Series X, but
Oh,
not underpowered enough to deter from
that
like
it's on par with 360. Or wait, 360. What?
one Xbox One.
Xbox One.
Yeah, Xbox
Yeah.
One X. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
um,
Okay.
so the Series X would be the top of the line. The Xbox One S would be like the
Baby
lower
brother.
end. Yeah, the baby brother lower end. Also as the digital only version. So that's nice to see from Microsoft, but it also gives other people like options. Because remember their advertising where it doesn't matter which platform you're gonna play on, you're gonna get games. That's what their advertising was. So I'm saying, whoa, what are you planning, Xbox? It's a very weird statement, right? Like you forgot to release your Platinum Games dragon killing game that you were supposed to give me back then. I'm still pissed at that, man. Shit. I forgot what it's called.
Dragon Age 4. There you go.
Dragon Age 4.
Dragon Age 4. So
They teased
there's a
that, right?
dragon there.
They teased
Yeah,
that.
they teased it. There's a dragon there that will have to do for now.
But if we do ever decide to get an Xbox One S or Xbox Series S, no, Xbox One S, Xbox Series S.
Why? Wait, sorry. Let me restart. Why? Why? Because we're spending. I can't redeem myself for that. Anyway, yes, you were saying.
So if we ever decide to get an Xbox,
Sure.
again, this is like, I'm sorry. So if we ever decide to get an Xbox, which I highly doubt we ever, we, I can't even straight out say that with a straight face.
And not because we don't like having an Xbox. It's because how do I put this delicately? Your exclusives suck balls.
That
With respect.
respectfully
I'm
sucking
kidding.
balls. No,
I'm kidding, right?
yeah.
I wait. Before you say say what you're gonna say. Um, I was kidding. My stance on it is, if you like it, go get it. That's it,
Yeah.
right? If you like PlayStation exclusives, go for it. If you love Xbox exclusives, hey man, go for it. If you like PC, go for it. If you're having fun, you're having fun,
Yeah.
right? So
True.
that's it. That's it.
And plus, crossplay is gonna be a thing now. You know,
Cosplay.
it doesn't matter which platform you're gonna play on. Crossplay is king.
Yeah, we're gonna suck with shooters, but fuck you up fighting games.
Yeah, well, imagine this. Imagine this. Gang Beast crossplay. There.
Gang Beast,
Jesus Christ. Overcooked
Overcooked 2,
crossplay.
crossplay.
Jesus. That is something. That is something, man. Like I can't wait for that to happen for all platforms. But what I'm saying is that if
It
we
does
ever
archery thing crossplay.
Towerfall Ascension. Yeah, there's no online to that. We
Oh
have to
god
wait.
damn it!
We have to wait for them to
What two?
make a new Towerfall Ascension, and I don't think there's one coming soon. Let's see.
Ah shit. Never mind.
Towerfall. See, 2. Nope, nope. It's going to Switch, but that's it. Oh man, yeah. Well, who knows? You know, one day we might get a good Towerfall Ascension game. This is such a fun game, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
Excellent game.
Who knows? We might be able to play this again and feature it on the channel, but not anytime soon. What was I saying? What was I saying again about Xbox One Series S? All right, Xbox. If we ever do decide to get an Xbox, it would probably be because of we'll need to play an exclusive. But seeing as how that exclusive doesn't seem like it's gonna be happening anytime soon, I don't think we're gonna be touching Xbox years from now. Like, I doubt.
Yeah.
There's no Xbox game right now that makes me want to buy an Xbox. You know,
Yeah.
and besides, I have a PC that I can get most of the Xbox games anyway, so no need to buy at all. What else? I guess that's it for this podcast. We've gone through almost we've gone through everything. We
Yeah.
talked about the Last of Us Part 2, but we still haven't done like a very decisive comment or final word on it. We're still forming our ideas, and you should watch out for our games podcast for that one. Other than that, anything else you want to add, man?
Just enjoy games, fuckers. I mean, I'm sorry. Just enjoy games, everybody. I mean, I think if there's something that this pandemic has shown us, games been a big part of what kept us sane. Right? Let's not make it any more toxic than it potentially could be. You know what I mean? Like, if somebody likes a game, hey, have a conversation with them. You know what? I didn't like it because this, and this. What about you? What made you like it? Right? Have a nice conversation about it. Let's enjoy the video games that we love. Um, let's support these companies, right? So they can keep on creating awesome games for all of us, right?
Mm.
Because who knows really when things will be back to normal.
Yeah.
So let's just be nicer to one another, be grown-ups, right? Except for the kids, of course. But in terms of being gamers, let's be mature enough to understand that we are going to like some games, we're going to dislike some games. Does that mean we get to be toxic in the video game space? So yeah, let's respect one another, be better
Just
to each other.
if there's anything else, if there's anything that I took on this, like, support the games that you like, and
Hmm?
form opinions if you want, but you don't
Hmm?
force people into anything that
Hmm?
that would destroy their idea or what could be a potential great game for someone.
Hmm?
That's it. I'm good. Are you sure that's all?
Ish. Blood Ring sucks
All
balls. Yeah,
right.
that's it.
With that, I'm gonna. Wow, this is actually the first podcast that I'm gonna close that I won't have any problems in. Like, legit. So Basically,
Yo, we have any blood rain, blood rain fans out there. Two things: number one, why, and number two, I'm sorry, but
hey,
I'm so sorry.
Soul Reaver was better than Blood Rain, though I did play Blood Rain.
You did, yeah, you did. I saw you play Blood Rain, and
Yeah.
I ask you the same question I'm asking people now: why? Right, respectfully.
Hey, when you're a kid, a hot vampire chick was
There's
something that
more
was.
again, and a goddamn fighting game that never ends.
she
Right, so
didn't.
there's more again.
She didn't have red hair, dude. Like, yeah. Never mind. All right. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and close this thing by saying, finally, I get to say this thing. I never do. If you've lasted this long, you've tolerated our bullshit for about an hour or so. Thank you very much. And if you like our content, please do subscribe. And put a like on this video and probably ring that bell so that you get um notified if we have new videos up. So until the next episode, thank you for watching.
Yeah, support us, support each other.
Yeah.